Welcome to Superchat. If you are on your way towards 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers, then you've come to the right place. We are going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. I have a couple settings I'm playing with here, so you have to be patient with me and I'll appreciate it. Thank you everybody for coming in. The first channel that we're looking at today is one that we're going to get a really good look at in a couple of hours. Radical Productions is a channel that focuses on awareness and spreading that awareness for homelessness in America. They're doing some great things over there, and we've got a raid scheduled for today in about 2.5 hours, 2 hours, 20 minutes, something like that, where we're going to go over and truly live redirect into Radical Productions live stream that they've got set up. Hoping it's here. Oh, maybe he's got it unlisted, but that's okay. We'll see it soon enough, and we'll go and have a really good look at what they're doing on their channel. So pardon me, as I was not quite ready to start, and I started anyway. She Knows Mod Spot is in the house. And I've got a couple of other members on the wheel already who were here early. I Am Betty J Gathers, Chris's Clever Craft, and the Gaming Ham. Oh, pardon me. I forgot to mute the mic. You must have loved that. Oh my dear goodness. That was a special blooper for everybody. I Am Betty J Gathers is on the wheel with Chris's Clever Craft and the Gaming Ham. Like I said, thank you Facing Reality for coming in so early. Of course, Scratch and Pete is being added to the wheel right now. As always, he is one of the most supportive creators that I've met on all of YouTube and is unbelievably supportive to other creators. If you can't laugh at yourself, then how can you laugh at all, right? Thank you, Makeup Mom and Son. You'd almost think I did something like that on purpose for the reaction we're getting. She Stole My Thunder. Thank you again for yesterday. She Stole My Thunder. Has shown incredible generosity. Yesterday was our 2-year anniversary, as a matter of fact, so thank you everybody for hanging out and sticking with us this long. Episode number 397 now. Thrill Seeks. I'll leave it to your imagination to figure out what on earth that horrifying noise must have been. Michael's Adventures is here with us today. He can't be here with us every single day, but he is a beloved, dedicated moderator and is a shining jewel in the Superchat family, another creator who lives wholeheartedly by the idea of giving much more than he expects from others. And always sends his well wishes on the days he can't be here, but we're lucky to have Michael's Adventures with us again. Emotion is in the house. This is a talented singer and songwriter who has been a dear friend for a long time. They're actually here as a moderator and a gold member, same as Makeup Mom and Son. And what that means is that with these two creators in particular, we see their channels every single day in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream, as well as their links are dropped by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so. So pardon me for my extra long intro. Like I said, I thought I was ready. I wasn't quite ready, but I wanted to get started anyway. Annabelle TV, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for that membership. I really do appreciate that, especially this being your first time with Superchat. So hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. At some point in the next half hour, I'm sure I'll stop laughing, but I just can't believe that I did that. Oh my dear goodness. Mr. Bones, it's good to see you here. And thank you, everybody, for your patience today. I've got to get that new channel onto our wheel of doom, which we will in a second. Chris and Larry Homestead is there. Oh, and actually they're just dropping a super chat on us right now. So Chris and Larry Homestead is going to be the next channel that we're looking at. Now, Radical Productions, obviously you can see that there's much to be learned from this creator, as well as entertained and inspired by, with over 7,100 subscribers. So we'll see if we can push them a little bit farther, and we'll go and look at that channel in a couple of hours. I don't know, actually, if I'm going to be able to stop laughing now. And Makeup Mom and Son is the one keeping it going. So we have somebody to blame now for my non-stop laughing. Yeah, it seemed like it, the Gaming Ham. Oh, Thrill Seek sent a super chat and I missed it. Scratch and PPA caught that. Thank you, Thrill Seeks. Forgive me for missing that, but we will make Thrill Seeks the next channel that we look at before I start spinning the wheel again. And I just want to get this new channel, Annabelle TV, onto our wheel because they've just got a membership, and all channels that are members here get added onto the wheel as soon as I see them in the chat right away. And since they've done that, we'll add them on right now. Gloria's Platters in the house. Now, she's going to be willing to swap playlists, as will a lot of other creators. So if you are interested in swapping playlists with other creators for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Fresball Collects is in the house. I've got them on the wheel. And Infor Media Live just dropped a super chat on us as well, so they will be next up after Thrill Seeks. And then, so here in Tuber Chat, you know, we focus a lot on generosity, right? Self-promotion and things of that nature are always frowned upon in the small YouTuber community. Now, here, the idea is that we're expecting to support each other over the long term, not just in the coming days, but in the, coming weeks, months, and maybe even eventually years. And this is where a strong and solid foundation for your channels really comes from. Once you've connected with people, then you can get into swapping playlists with them and things like that. But here in Tuber Chat, it works a little bit differently than most of the other growth streams that are out there, just meaning that it's essential to make the first move. A lot of other creators will not connect to a brand new channel that they see in the chat first. And when it comes to the ideas of all the things we need for our channels, in this community, we must give them first, and then they will be returned with happiness. So, if that makes sense. Chris and Larry Homestead obviously has a lot to be learned from and entertained by, as well as inspired by on their channel. When you see sub counts this high, they've got almost 8,600 subscribers. So I see that Pharaoh Love is in the house. Backlash Fisherman is here. I caught them just not too long ago on a live stream. DP's Wonderful World, a fellow Canadian, is in the house. Facing Reality comes to us from Jamaica. She's always spreading positivity in the chat. Frontier Survival's in the house. Huga Homestead is here, along with John Paul, another 8-year veteran of YouTube, and John H. Shelton has been a dear friend of Tuber Chat for a very long time, one of the only creators to have done actually 2 shout-out videos for Tuber Chat. Krista's Antiques and Collectibles, good to see you here. Marsh Knitting 101 is in the house. Multi-Hunter 247 and Places Nondescript are both here. Purple Tube is a longtime friend of Tuber Chat. Sunflower Bees Food Reviews is the second channel from Retro, Oregon. Tabby Simplified Recipes might be here for the very first time, so hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Here I go again, same mistakes as yesterday, spinning the wheel when I shouldn't yet, but that's okay. Thrill Seeks luckily dropped a super chat on us. They were going to be the next channel that we were going to look at anyway. In the homesteading community, we find a lot of very generous creators who who are happy to support others and promote other channels. Chris and Larry Homestead is somebody that I see out supporting others regularly, and they're fully monetized, including super chats and memberships available to support them with when we get there. So, Willow Way Ranch, good to see you back as well. Forgive me if I've missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Cubs Den is in the house, another extremely knowledgeable creator that shares their knowledge to help you with your YouTube channel and videos. And they've been a longtime friend, another fellow Canadian, as a matter of fact. And hopefully everybody will connect there. You'll meet lots more friends and family members with a lot of tips and tricks for your channels and videos. Woman Outdoors, thank you for coming in. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can spend, even if you're just coming by quickly. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. The Stock Explorer. And I haven't caught them for a while. The Stock Explorer, I'm not sure if it's just because you haven't been streaming, and forgive me for not knowing yet before I take another look at your front page, but it's been, it feels like well over a week since I caught you on a live stream. I don't know if that's just due to our conflicting work schedules or what that is, but hopefully I'll catch the Stock Explorer again soon. So the Thrill Seeks is here. They dropped a super chat on us earlier. Again, forgive me for missing that. Luckily, Scratch and PPA is a dear friend and beloved and dedicated moderator that truly has my back and catches most of what I never get. He actually catches, I think, everything that I miss and the mistakes that I made. I missed you today. I was looking the Stock Explorer, and I'm sorry I missed that. Six Bows is back. Good to see you here. It might have been before I was on. I had a late start to my day today. And then Thrill Seeks on their channel primarily brings us theme park and roller coaster footage. And it's great that we have this because with the last couple of years we haven't been able to get out to some of these places as much as we did before. Coastal Water, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And Thrill Seeks will take us both, around the rides, around the parks, but there's a lot more to this channel as well. There are vlogs and other unboxings, product reviews, and things of that nature. Six Bows is back. Your name actually tricked me there. I had, for some reason, psychologically thought you've been here before, but it's good to see you in the house for the first time. So hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect. Please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. So I just set my premiere for Thrill Seeks. He's got another video coming up that will be actually in a little while. So after Tuber Chat, we'll have fresh content on this channel to watch, and Thrill Seeks has been a dear friend and a very generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for a long, long time. He's got Super Chats and memberships available to support him with when we get to his channel as well. So Infor Media Live also dropped a Super Chat on us. Let's see what they've got going on their channel right now. And Chris and Larry Homestead we saw, so thank you again for your extra generosity today. Infor Media Live is the second channel from Information Man, so there's a lot to learn from this creator on both of these channels, and you can see that this newer one, Infor Media Live, is designed to help us with our YouTube channels and videos. So I hope everybody will check out this informative creator. They're also extremely supportive. Most of you will probably have seen Information Man out supporting others when you're bouncing in between premieres and live streams, as I have many, many times. And forgive me if I've missed anything in the chat. If anybody's mentioned a question or a comment that you meant for me to see that I missed, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, and or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Frasball Collects is willing to swap playlists. They've sent a highlighted milestone message through the chat. What those are is a special message that looks like a super chat, but they're reserved for the members and colored green to show that. and every member on a channel where those are enabled gets one of those to send through the chat for free every month, which is really cool. So thank you for sending that through. And you'll notice that it knocks life off of the Stream Boss, which is that video game life meter under my camera there. So again, one of the things that I, just have to put a little bit of focus on is, self-promotion is something that is very much frowned upon in the small YouTuber community. And so here in Tuber Chat, I do mention it sometimes because we just want to make sure we're instilling good habits in each other for all the things that we see and notice out there in the YouTube streets, right? People, are always interested in their own channel, but here in Tuber Chat, we focus very much on other people's channels and generosity in supporting them with all the things we wish they would do for us, like showing up to our live streams, hanging out in our premieres, giving us great lengthy comments, and watching our videos and playlists. And once you connect with people here, then you'll find lots of very supportive creators that are willing to do things like swap playlists with you. And we're here to support each other regardless of our niche or content, really. But the other thing too is you'll want to keep in mind that everybody's watching the chat while we're going on, and what that means is that people are making mental notes about whether you are a creator that is focused on your own channel or focused on helping others and supporting others, right? Everybody's paying attention to this, and this is kind of what I recommend anyway, not to mention starting a conversation with people before you connect with them so that you can get an idea of whether they might be a loyal and dedicated supporter interested in supporting your content and channel before connecting with them. There's Information Man Show. Forgive me, I kept calling it Information Man, but it's Information Man Show. They've been a longtime friend and definitely an influencer. And like I said, I've seen them many times, many times out supporting other creators while I'm bouncing into premieres and live streams for other creators myself as much as I can as well. Now, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Emotion just dropped a highlighted milestone message through the chat as well. Emotion's been a gold member for the last 16 months. Some of those numbers are inaccurate, actually. It could be longer than that, but they've been an unbelievably generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, a dear friend, and they've done some shouting out for Tuber Chat probably many times. As a matter of fact, if we go back through their videos, we'll have a look at their channel soon enough, as of course they're on the wheel already. We'll get more names on the wheel from our chat list when we get down to about 5 or 6 here in the wheel as it's running right now. She Knows ModSpot is somebody who's fairly new to Tuber Chat, just finding us within the last couple of weeks. This is a gamer with 28 years of experience in gaming or game streaming, but as well, they've been on YouTube for quite some time, and I'm hoping everybody will connect with them. With 618 subscribers, I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 700 that they're thinking about. I was lucky enough to catch them on a live stream the other day, and they engaged the chat while they're playing as well. So I can see I'm already behind with you. I'm just going to take your latest replay and add that into my catch-up list. That should help me to stay caught up, make sure I don't fall too far behind, and hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to She Knows ModSpot, and they happen to be a member, so we had them on the wheel right away. Vinco Games, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And if anybody has the ability to share this stream out right now, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a couple more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see our live stream pushed out a little bit farther, both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead. Black Phoenix is in the house. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming back in. Thank you, Frontier Survival. It's always good to see you. The truth is, as we grow our channels and our audiences, it becomes harder and harder to support everybody as much as we all might like. Some of the people who you see almost every day when you start your YouTube channel becomes once or twice a week, and then eventually once every week or 2 weeks, and then eventually once or twice a month. And this is how it goes, but it's like friendships in real life where You know, for most people, I think we've all crossed paths with somebody, whether it's friends or family, where you can either run into them or pick up the phone, even if it's been years, and almost pick up like it was yesterday. This is the same thing you'll find on YouTube, because true friendships are built here. That's what we're here for in Superchat. And the great news is, as long as everybody's still supporting each other as much as they possibly can, everybody does just fine. We see channels growing, hitting milestones, getting monetized, and all those wonderful things as well. So, Miss Gigi, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I've been lucky enough to catch them on a few live streams over the last few weeks. And then... yeah, Black Phoenix, I think I welcomed you on the way in. So what we're looking at right now is Scratch and Pete PA, and this creator has built up just an incredible reputation as an unbelievably generous supporter to so many others. Digging for Health, good to see you in the house. Now, you'll notice this glitch. Whenever a creator has a live stream set up or a premiere in their featured position, every time you click on their page, you have to reset the reminder. I don't know why that is, but I set reminders for everything now. I'm recommending that to everybody for premieres, live streams, because it sends an engagement signal of interest into the YouTube algorithm, of course. Eric Thomas, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. There are well over 1,100 subscribers on this channel now. He's already climbing towards the 1,200 that we know he's definitely thinking about, so I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther. What you'll find on this channel is extreme consistency, not to mention fantastic presentation. You get that from the thumbnails, the banner, the avatar. But he puts out his videos every single Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern. Mrs. VSNC09 is here. And his premieres run for about 10 minutes. He puts a nice long 5-minute intro on there. I recommend that in almost all cases to all creators, because if you're running a premiere, it gives an extra few minutes for people to get in there. Now, you have to decide for yourself in all cases. Anything you hear from me or channels like this, you have to make the right decision for your own channel, right? Most of us try not to tell everybody what they should or shouldn't specifically do with their channels, but the idea more so is to share information here so that you can make the best decisions for your channels and videos after you've gathered a lot more information, and we've discussed things here as well. John H. Shelton, thank you so much for the super chat. For that reason, I'm going to put your channels both up next before I spin the wheel again. Now, Scratch and Pete PA's premieres consist of an interactive series of videos, and what I mean by that is you get the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video if you follow Scratch and Pete PA on the other social networks, particularly Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, which of course I do. So it sets his series apart, makes it unique and a lot of fun to be a part of, and his premieres result in one of the fastest rolling live chats that you will see on YouTube. Faster than Superchat, faster than most others. And the reason why is because he's so unbelievably supportive to other creators. He is the reason why I started using the phrase "seems to be everywhere all the time." And I use that now to describe several creators, but Scratch and Pete PA is definitely a shining jewel in the Superchat family, and somebody who's built up an unbelievable reputation as not only one of the most supportive, but one of the most generous creators that we all have seen for what they do for others. So we're very happy that Scratch and Pete PA has now crossed the 1,100 subscriber milestone, but we're working on watch hours for him as well. So anybody in the chat who is willing to swap playlists is welcome to do so. Please just simply say, "I am willing to swap playlists" in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Scratch and Win Lotto, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. If anybody has some time this week to simply run a playlist of videos for a creator, Scratch and Pete PA has one called All Scratch and Pete, and we will all be thankful for the favor if everybody will help Scratch and Pete PA get those hours. We want to see that channel monetized so he can start benefiting from all he's done for others. So, as well. She knows ModSpot asked about how do you swap. I'll describe that for a second, then we'll talk about John H. Shelton. So swapping playlists is a simple arrangement. You're agreeing to run a playlist of videos for another creator. They're agreeing to run a playlist of your videos. Now, since you're not obligated to sit and watch every single second of every video, you can do it when you work, when you sleep, when you go out, in another window on a computer or on another device. Makes it very easy to do. And you can imagine by getting lots of other creators to run an entire playlist of your videos, your watch hours are really going to stack up. But there's a couple of other big benefits, and it's the reason why I push it here so much on Superchat, is because when you swap playlists with another creator and they're running your entire playlist, they're running every video from beginning to end, and that can bump your averages up on your whole channel for retention and average time viewed per video, if that makes sense. And then as well, when you trade favors with somebody in that way, you are giving it a chance to have a friendship that will start and hopefully flourish. And this is where the strong and solid foundation for your channel really comes from. It's nice that maybe if you have 20 videos or 50 videos for somebody to run right now, think about what's going to happen in the future. They're going to watch most of everything else you come up with going forward, and that's where your watch hours are really going to start to stack up. It seems to be exponentially. I missed a channel coming in. I know Wolf Spirit Productions just came in. Marsh Knitting 101, good to see you here. Wolf Spirit Productions happens to be another gold member. So I've got them on the wheel now, and again, this is another channel where we see their slides every day in the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream, and their link will be dropped by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so. John H. Shelton is an extremely generous creator as well. They have been a longtime friend of Superchat. They've made frequent appearances here over many, many, many months, probably well over a year now. On this main channel, they have almost 4,300 subscribers, so you can bet there's much to be learned from this creator as well as entertained and inspired by, and they mix up the content on both of their channels. They've actually done 2 shout out videos for Superchat as well. Now here they're monetized, so Super Chats and memberships are available to support them with, and they actually dropped a Super Chat on us, so we're looking at their channels right away. We'll get back to spinning the wheel in a moment. And John H. Shelton Extras and Bits is getting very close to the official road to 1K. We usually say that as soon as you cross over the 900 threshold, and they're getting very close. So I just took the latest video from each channel, add them into my catch-up list to make sure I get caught up and stay, without falling too far behind. But we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here right now. We're going to look at Actually Aubrey. Now, this is another channel that happens to be a member. They were put onto the wheel as soon as I saw them in the chat. I hope I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. When we look at Actually Aubrey, we're seeing a channel that I'm still getting to know. They actually came into the Superchat family and became a member right away, for which I'm very grateful. Thank you for that extra generosity again. We don't have a sub count on this channel, but that's okay. We just want to push them towards the next milestone that they're working towards. We all know what it's like to hit different milestones of different types, whether we're working on our first 5 subscribers or 10 or 50 or 100 or 1,000 or even more. So we just want to do as much as we can to push each other along. I'm going to take one of your videos here, add it into my catch-up list. That will help me get to know your content a little bit better. We know this channel has over 500 because they've got their community tab. And then, Eric Thomas, is working towards another milestone right now. A bit of an odd one. We usually count by tens and hundreds, but everybody, of course, is free to do what they want. Keep in mind, every single creator here is heading towards a milestone of some type. So the best success is always found in supporting other creators, celebrating their milestones. By doing that, you will find a lot of people celebrating for you when you hit your milestones. All the things you wish people would do for you, then the idea is to go out and do it for them Playlist max is 200. I thought it was 500. She knows mod spot, but I could be wrong about that. Kaz's Crafts and More is Carolyn Dews. That's Thrillseek's wife, actually, with her renamed channel. Hopefully, I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Oh, you did the review for the webcam we were talking about, the Razer Kaio, which is great. John Paul, like I said, is an 8-year veteran of YouTube. And the Relax Joe ASMR, thank you so much for that membership. I really do appreciate that. That is another creator that's actually got 2 different channels. That's the Weightlifting Geek. So they were a member on their other channel. They've actually just switched that up. So the Relax Joe ASMR, I'm going to add onto our Wheel of Doom right now. We'll look at both of your channels when it's time, but after today, because you've become a silver member, I'm going to make sure that your channel is added into the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream. I hope I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Abel Nwanzi, I hope I'm pronouncing that right for you. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to. And if you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Yarnbarf is in the house. MLW Fishing Man is here. These are both incredibly supportive creators that I see out supporting others regularly as well. Peacekeeper, good to see you back in the house as well. And let's have a quick look at what the Stock Explorer has got going on. I missed a stream from them this morning. I don't know if that's because I started my day late. We're going to find out in a second. Tesla Easy Trade, let's talk. That's interesting. That's from a few days ago, actually. And see, I'm behind with you. This is what I'm talking about. Your latest stream might not have processed yet. That's okay. I'm going to take this Tesla Easy Trade and see what you had to say with this. And the Stock Explorer is bringing us level-headed and down-to-earth information both about the stock market and cryptocurrency. And it's interesting, this creator is actually bringing us all 3 types of content when we talk about shorts, videos, and live streams. Now, often they have product in hand, and I've seen this creator go as far as to invest in a stock. They're very forthcoming about their own portfolio. Order a product from that company and then unbox it on a live stream, which is really, really cool. So this is Nora, the Stock Explorer, and this is a very informative channel because they go all the way from beginner tutorials to get us familiar with the fundamentals and down with the lingo and things like that, right up to advanced topics like options trading with puts and calls and getting into NFTs and the crypto markets and things like that. So I hope you'll join the Stock Explorer on both of their channels. Here they have 786 subscribers. They're climbing rapidly because they also seem to be a creator who's everywhere all the time. They're out supporting others. I run into them constantly. And the biggest thing about that is not just that they're out supporting other creators, they're always engaging conversation. Here in Tuber Chat, I'm extremely grateful for that because the more we discuss different topics, the more we can all do better with our videos and channels, myself included. And the idea, Abel Nwanzi, is to grow as friends. Yeah, things like Super Chats and memberships are absolutely unnecessary here. Very much appreciated, of course, but everything's open to everybody. So the idea is for you to support other creators if you're the kind of person who enjoys watching other people's videos, giving them great comments, giving thumbs up, putting bells on, and hanging out in premieres and live streams. You'll find lots of other creators here willing to do the same thing for you. And this is how we grow, by getting friendships to start and hopefully flourish and supporting each other, not just in the coming days, but in the coming weeks, months, and maybe even eventually years. Tropical Buzz is the second channel from the Stock Explorer, and they're bringing us along to show us what happens as they grow different types of plants from around the world. And the reason I say that is because I know they're doing a lot of seed swaps and things like that lately. So I'm looking forward to learning a lot from this creator. creator on both channels. I've had a great time getting to know Nora the Stock Explorer, and they have become a dear friend and somebody who has also built a reputation as an incredible supporter to a lot of other creators. Frazball Collects is going to introduce us to the world of coin collecting and numismatic collectibles, as well as precious metals. So this is a creator that's posting frequently, I think every single day, as a matter of fact. They just dropped a super chat on us, so we're looking at their channel right away, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly. Frazball Collects right now has 249 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 300 that we know that they're thinking about. And I'm just going to grab your latest video, add this into my catch-up list. Now, I know some of my speeches are similar, but when we look at the content of this video, I don't run videos while we're here on screen, but you can see these are like special collector coins for the most part. And this is something that here in Canada, where I am, our post office actually sells a lot of this stuff. I'm not sure of all the other places that sell them, but you'll find a lot of very specialized collector coins, and those range anywhere from Star Trek to Star Wars to Disney to, Snoopy and Peanuts and all kinds of other Nickelodeon stuff and everything else. So Frazball Collects is going to help us make sense of a little bit of this, and like I said, both between numismatic collectible coins and precious metals, which are interchangeable in a roundabout sort of way. I'll leave it to them to describe that for you. Bearded Eagle, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming back in. Big ups to you as well. And let's spin the wheel. Thank you one more time, Frazball Collects, for your super chat. I really do appreciate that. We'll get back to spinning. We'll see who's up next. If anybody has the ability right now to share this stream out, whether it's on a community tab here on YouTube or on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate that greatly, as it helps get a couple more people into Tuber Chat today, and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther, both today and in the coming days and weeks ahead. Yesterday was our second year anniversary, so thank you everybody for helping Tuber Chat to grow and carry along all this time. It was mixed feelings yesterday, because it's hard to believe that 2 years has passed so quickly, and at the same time it's hard to believe that it's only 2 years when we're on episode number 397 today, which means that in another few days, meaning next Saturday, episode 400 is coming, and that will be a very different kind of live stream. If you haven't had a chance to go back and watch episode 100, 200, or 300, I hope you will in the next few days. You will get the opportunity to see exactly what to expect on Saturday, when I'm joined by Vern's Junk Closet, my dear friend. She's inspirational in the creation of Tuber Chat, and we always get together on the 100th episode to discuss in depth tips and tricks for your channels and videos. We've had a lot of updates in the last 6 months, especially this past week, so we're going to get into all those things, and we do take questions from the chat, things that we can all discuss together, and then that will be helpful. Thank you, Bearded Eagle. I really do appreciate that. Forgive me if I've missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to, as long as everybody's still active. We should get around to everybody. So the Gaming Ham is an interesting name for a channel. Southern Sandy Crafts, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. That's a creator with 3 different channels, as a matter of fact. I'm sure we'll look at all of those soon enough. And when we talk, I know we have a few new channels here today, or some creators who haven't been here many times before. When we talk about the idea of visiting somebody's house and leaving a package and things of that nature, it's because we don't really talk about subscribing. We're here for much more than that, and YouTube spells out in their community guidelines in terms of service that sub for sub behavior is absolutely against the rules, right? So we dance around the fact that we're talking about that, because our intention is to support each other truly in the coming day, not just days, weeks, months, maybe even years, as you hear in the stories that I tell. So when we say we've been to your house and left you a package or something along those lines, it means that somebody has been to your channel, watched a full video from beginning to end, at least 3 minutes long, and left a meaningful, genuine comment of at least 3 or 4 sentences. And Then when you come back after you've done that for somebody, you let them know, hey, I've been to your house, I've left you a package, or however you want to word it. There's a lot of fun ways creators say that here. Then they will turn around and do the same thing for you. When we talk about the package or the gift, it's the comment that is left. It's one of the most important parts. The most important two parts of this are making sure we watch a full video of at least 3 minutes long and leaving a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of the video. If you say nice vid or great one or fam from Superchat or any of that stuff that hundreds of other people could be saying, YouTube will likely hold your comment for review because of the YouTube spam filters, and you will almost certainly lose that connection. We don't want that to happen to everybody. Silent Silver, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Tellard Maid, good to see you back in the house as well. That's a long time friend of Superchat. And then again, just a reminder, we don't do any self-promotion here. Everybody is always interested in their own channels, but here in Superchat, we're focused on supporting others with generosity, giving all of the things we wish people would do for us, and then they will turn around and do that for you. You'll hear that in the stories I tell and see it as you spend more time here in Superchat. So, MLW Fishing Man will come up next. The Gaming Ham brings us video gameplay, lately with a couple of games, Marvel's Avengers and Mass Effect. But the Gaming Ham is also an amateur radio advocate, and for that reason, we will often have gameplay where they are also working on amateur radio. It's lovingly known as ham radio, and this is where the name The Gaming Ham comes from. So MLW Fishing Man just dropped a super chat on us. We're going to make that the next channel that we look at, and I'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly. MLW Fishing Man is another creator who seems to be everywhere all the time. As I bounce in between premieres and live streams, I run into them regularly supporting others, so I hope you'll connect with them. They've got 192 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them towards the 200 that they're thinking about, and we will see if you'll get that kind of support coming back to you after you connect with them. So right now we've got some shorts, we've got some videos, and we're looking forward to more content from this creator, but it's great to see that you're getting some movement on some of these shorts videos already. I hope that continues. Like I said, this is an incredibly supportive creator, and as you can see, they've shown to be a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here, so I hope everybody will enjoy that from them when you connect with them. If anybody in the house is willing to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Now we're going to look at another creator with two channels. This is the Relax Joe ASMR, and they've just become a silver member. So we'll be looking at this channel every single day in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream, but all members are always added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Now once we get down to about 5 or 6 names left on the wheel, I'll start adding more from our chat list. So it's open to everybody. You do not have to super chat, you do not have to be a member to get onto the wheel or the screen here. It just takes a bit of time. In the case of super chatters, we put them on the screen right away. In the case of members, we put them on the wheel right away, but it's open to everybody, and we will get as many channels on the screen as we can in the next hour and a half before we go and have a look at Radical Productions for a very special live stream that they've got set up. Digging for Health, good to see you in the house, of course, like I said earlier, but thank you very much for that super chat. I really do appreciate that. For that reason, your channel will be the next one that we look at. What's the minimum minutes on making a short video? So the maximum is 60 seconds. I did make one the other day that I thought was 10 seconds, so I don't know if there's actually a minimum or not. Silent Silver, I haven't experimented trying to make like a 1, 2, or 3 second one. My bet is that you probably could, but I'm not certain. And then YouTube gives us an easy opportunity to make that anywhere from 15 to 60 seconds with the shorts camera if you want to use that. My suggestion in most cases is when you're making shorts videos to make them with an outboard camera, whether it's the native camera on your cell phone or another app if there's something that you like. I know a lot of people have gimbals and other things that come with special apps. And the reason why I say that is because when you make a video that you want to repurpose on other social networks like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or not Twitter, but let's say TikTok or Snapchat and things like this, you don't want the logos from the other social networks in your shorts video and vice versa. So if you make the video outside, if you can, and then post it to the different social networks natively, then that can be of great benefit. But it's just a suggestion. You have to deal with what you've got, and you have to make the right decision for your videos and your channel. All of this takes a lot of time, and it depends. Some of your videos, you have to decide if it's worth or appropriate to put them on the other social networks. So hopefully that's helpful. 10 seconds only, says Annabelle TV. And then the Relax Joe ASMR is obviously an ASMR channel, a huge category on YouTube. We're looking forward to some more content from this creator, but I'm just going to take your latest video. I know it's a short one, but I'm just going to add that into my catch-up list. The Weightlifting Geek is the creator that presents this channel to us, actually, and most of you will recognize that name if you've been here in the last couple of months, because they've been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here as well. Tamara Recipes, good to see you in the house. Now, the Weightlifting Geek obviously wants to motivate and inspire us in the world of fitness, but they actually give us a great look at the creator behind the channel as well, with a lot of vlogs in between their shorts and other videos, and we can see they're getting some serious action on some of these as well. So Digging for Health dropped a super chat on us. We're going to look at that channel right now, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. Stiff Breast Entertainment, good to see you in the house. Tristan Bell, always good to see you. Thank you for coming in. I think I've got the wrong Digging for Health here. Oh no, this is it. Yep, forgive me. Okay, Digging for Health. I had typed it without the G. That's why a lot of creators have these creative names for their channels. My vision, as you can see, is not what it once was. So Digging for Health is here with 560 subscribers. This is another creator that I'm still getting to know. And you're right, Bearded Eagle. Yes, May 1st is May Day. I don't know how to marry in any kind of relevance to a Tuber Chat live stream. I do it sometimes with the other holidays like Valentine's Day and Halloween and Christmas and things like that. I just color the background and everything else. I really never change the program, but it certainly is May Day, that's for sure. I am not an authority on what May Day is, how it originated, and who recognizes it. So I'd have to do some research before I was going to talk too much about it, that's for sure. Frasball Collects says, you're wondering if you have TikTok, you're going to upload these for more watch time but get copyrights. Could you use them for watch time? Shorts videos on YouTube are not qualified for typical watch time that relates to monetization. So they spell that out for us, but unfortunately, that's a reality. So 99% or more of the watch time or views that you're going to get for your shorts videos do not count for traditional monetization on YouTube. They have a thing called the Shorts Fund, and if we look into that, there are ways to financially benefit from producing shorts videos. But YouTube's got a bit of a headache now because there was a report that came out, and if I understand it right, what they're saying is their overall monetized watch time and ads actually decreased this year because there was so much watch time on shorts. So if you think about it, YouTube makes a big chunk of the money for everything that comes in, right? And when their ad revenue goes down, that's a big problem. So they're going to have to figure out what to do. They're trying to marry in the idea of traditional monetization with shorts videos, but we're going to keep we're going to keep an eye on it and see what happens. And there you go. May Day, the official beginning of summer in European and American cultures. Interesting. I think I don't know if that's just a Canadian thing or if it's just in my head and I could be mistaken, but I always thought that summer started on June 21st. I thought the seasons always start around the 21st. Like, winter to me always felt like November, December, and January, but it's actually the end of December. Like, you know, sometimes we don't even know if it's going to snow on Christmas Day. In my climate, I'm in Niagara Falls, Canada, or close to it. But it's interesting to know that. And Six Bows is back. Yeah, I don't watch a lot of shorts either. I've tried to get into them. I've got to really sit there and watch a bit more of these things, but YouTube, in my opinion, doesn't make it easy. I like Instagram stories because they flip automatically, right? So when you watch Instagram stories, it flips to the next person, the next person, the next person. Whereas with YouTube shorts, it'll just sit there and loop endlessly. From what I've seen, anyway. Digging for Health is somebody I'm still getting to know. I'm just going to take your latest video and add that into my catch-up list. That will help me to get caught up, make sure I don't fall too far behind. Digging for Health has been here several times now, so I hope everybody will connect with them because they have obviously shown to be a loyal and dedicated supporter. Oh, spring. Yeah, spring. There used to be summer. I forget the comedian that said it, but he said, you know, we only have 2 seasons, and those are winter and construction, and that's it. And it seems that way. Our here in around where we are in southern Ontario, close to Toronto, it seems that we have winter and summer, and there's really not much of a spring or fall in between. But that's the way it seems. Oh, the summer solstice? Yeah, again, I'm not an authority on any of these things either. I just wonder. None of it seems normal to me. I always wondered if that's the reason, like in Canada, our students get out of school. Not college is a different thing, but the grade schools, they get out of right up to secondary school on about the June 20th or something like that. I think their exams are done. So I think they aim that specifically, and then they start in the beginning of September, just before summer really is supposed to have ended. September always feels like the end of summer to me, but it's actually supposed to be late in the month, I guess. I don't know. One of these days, maybe we'll figure these things out. Catherine Gardening, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. Those really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Now, I Am Betty J Gathers, for the most part, is trying to motivate us with healthy living in different types of ways, but this is actually a variety channel. You can see this is a very dynamic creator. I've had the pleasure of hanging out with her on a few live streams. She's always allowing and encouraging people to connect in the same way that we do here in Superchat. So you'll likely meet some more friends and family members over there. You can see she's got some featured channels here. I'm just going to take another video, add it into my catch-up list, one that I missed a little while ago. She's got 248 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push her a little bit closer towards 300. And you can see she's got some featured channels here, and I like putting focus on this because when you feature channels on your front page this way, you're saying to the YouTube algorithm and to your audience that these channels are worthy of being featured by you. And then when some of those channels hopefully feature you in return, they're saying to their audience in the YouTube algorithm that your channel is worthy of being featured by them. So you can imagine the impact that that has both on your audiences and on the YouTube algorithm when your channel is featured on so many other creators' front pages. I recommend it for anybody that's willing to do it because it's a great way to trade favors and get a friendship started with another creator, and that's where the strong and solid foundation for our channels really comes from. So if you have featured Superchat on your front page, just please make sure that I know so I can return the favor, because I absolutely do that. And then we're going to go on break for about 3 minutes, but in the meantime, if anybody has the ability to share this stream out right now, whether it's on a community tab here on YouTube or on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social networks, I will appreciate it greatly. It helps get a couple more people into Superchat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead. Yeah, it's a great idea, Bearded Eagle. I always recommend to creators with more than one channel to feature their own channels on their front page, because if somebody enjoys your content, they might be inclined to follow you on other channels immediately if they find out that you have them, right? And we have a lot of creators here in the Tuber Chat family that have multiple channels. Bearded Eagle is somebody that I had met through the Ottawa Canadian news stuff that was going on in February, and we've been following each other since then, and he already knows of a couple of creators that have multiple channels and things like that. But it can be a great benefit to either show more of what your channel might be about by featuring similar creators, and trading favors, like I said, is always the way to get a friendship started. We all probably get the idea now that by becoming friends with other creators, you find yourself favoring them when content comes up or notifications come up and things like that, and you find yourself being favored by them as well. So Bearded Eagle is an extremely supportive creator. I see them out supporting many different creators all the time. So we are going to go on break just for about 3 minutes. We'll come back. We're going to look at Chris's Clever Craft. Arsenic Element is in the house. It's good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. I cut off our break there just by a few seconds, but we're always anxious to get back when it's Chris's Clever Craft. That has been knocked out of the pole position by the Wheel of Doom. We're looking at his channel right now. So thank you for coming in, Arsenic Element. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And if anybody's mentioned anything that you meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I will keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. So Chris's Clever Craft actually has a few channels like we were talking about. Now what he's done is featured his own channel at the top, but it took him a while to do this, right? I know he's pushing this channel, but he does a lot of featuring of other channels here where, you know, he's constantly pushing for other creators to get different things. He recently did a shout out video for Scratch and PPA, for instance, and as you'll see in a few minutes, he's got another channel. We'll go back and look at that in a moment. He's got that featured at the bottom of his front page. So what I recommend to creators who already have more than one channel is to feature your second channel or third or whatever it is at the bottom of your front page. Now, you got to do the right thing for your channel, right? All I do is make suggestions. But the reason why is when you're here in the Tuber Chat family, I can go and get to your other channel quickly. But as well, like I had said earlier, other creators might be inclined to follow you on multiple channels if they enjoy your content as soon as they find out that you have it. So while I think that people look at our front pages, the truth is it's probably more than I think it is. I think it's a lot less than most people think it is. But once they get there, people who hit your front page are either very curious, you could have sponsors looking and things like that, or people who very much enjoy your content, and for that reason they're taking a moment having a look at everything else you've got. So it's just a thought. Chris's Clever Craft has an interesting property. They bring us both indoors and outdoors for a look around and a great look at the creator behind the channel as well. Sometimes just to look around the property, indoors or outdoors, sometimes with a product review or unboxing or do-it-yourself video. They've done many of those. There's that shout-out video I was talking about for Scratch and Pete right there, just talking about his watch hours, because we all want to see him monetized as soon as possible. As well, right now, Chris's Clever Craft, he is a compelling storyteller. He actually brings fun everywhere he goes, including here in Tuber Chat. He always engages conversation everywhere that I see him, and it's always fun when Chris's Clever Craft is around. But right now, he's got 524 subscribers. We'd love to push him a little bit farther. It's great that he's got his community tab. He's telling a story right now about trading some work for a car, which is really, really cool. And I love the idea of bartering. You know, it's a great thing that can be done. It can prompt a little bit of inspiration possibly when you think about the fact that there are definitely things that you enjoy doing that some other people don't enjoy doing. You may be able to trade favors or get into financial deals as well. Some of you may not know that half of my full-time job is running other YouTube channels and social media for other people, and so that can give you a hint right there as to how much, you know, availability there is between creators to do things that they either don't enjoy or can't do. You know what I mean? So that's a thought. But Chris's Clever Craft has got a great thing going. I hope you'll check him out there. Phasmonut is a channel where he's playing a video game called Phasmophobia. We're following the storyline there. He's got 45 subscribers already. We'd love to push him a little bit closer to the halfway mark, at that 100 happening. He might have another channel here. I'll have to ask him about this. But Tip the Table is a third channel as well that we know he's got set up. We're looking for more content from that channel as well. So let me spin the wheel. I'm going to add a couple names onto our wheel right away from our chat list because it's time now. And Annabelle TV actually came in for the first time today and has already become a member. So we're going to look at their channel right now, see what they've got going on. And I'm going to add Facing Reality from our chat list here, as well as, hopefully Sunflower is still with us. Oh, she might not. If Sunflower, let me know if you're still here. That was the second channel from Retro Oregon, DP's Wonderful World. Let's see if she's still here. Maybe not, eh? Let me see what I can do. I'll add some more names in a moment. So Annabelle TV, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. But what I'm going to do, first of all, is set a premiere for your next video coming up tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern. I am going to take your latest video, checking out the Kirkland Supreme Cauliflower Crust Pizza, and I'm going to add that into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you're subscribed to Superchat as well, and you have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. And thank you, Bearded Eagle. Hopefully you're meeting some friends while you're here. I've actually had an influx over the last several months of homesteading and gardening and fishing channels that have come through. The reason why I say this specifically to Bearded Eagle is because I caught them the other day on their own live stream. They were out fishing, and they've got this cool thing going on where they're like right beside a pond. I'm not sure if it's theirs. I didn't catch the whole story, but they're able to like throw the line out and catch something every time. So very much different than any fishing I've done in my life, where I've got to be on a boat for hours at an ungodly early hour, not allowed to say a single word around my father or grandfather, sit there in silence, and then maybe not even catch anything. So it's a much different story with Bearded Eagle, but we'll see as that goes on. You might find yourself with a lot of creators that share interests, and you might enjoy connecting with them. Not to mention, all of our moderators here are longtime friends of mine. They all have channels of their own. They all do something a little bit different, but they have all been moderators here on this channel for well over a year. And Emotion is actually one of these channels. They're here both as a moderator and a gold member. So what that means is we see this channel every single day in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream, and their link is dropped by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so. Now, Emotion is a talented singer and songwriter, but the word emotion is so unbelievably popular, both just as a word and a name, that when I look for this creator, I type in Emotion New Soul. And this is the kind of music we're actually going to find from this singer and songwriter, New Soul R&B music. And on their channel, most often they bring us their original works. Sometimes this is in the form of music videos. They've got a premiere coming up with a brand new track tomorrow, as a matter of fact. And I guess they scheduled that right after... Oh, they're able to do it tomorrow. We usually can't, different people have work schedules and things like that. We can't always... We can't expect everybody to be here, every time we're here and for 2.5 hours and all this. Emotion is not always available on Monday, so tomorrow we'll get a special treat, and we will be able to actually raid their premiere right after Tuber Chat tomorrow. So we're going to see their latest new song. But what they often do is bring us compilations of their work as well, and that can be in a premiere or a live stream. We've joined them several times, sometimes a live Tiny Desk type of concert, and sometimes they do reaction videos to round out the content here. So they're growing rapidly. They've got 2,700 subscribers on their official artist channel right now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. You can see that they're fully monetized with super chats and memberships available. Now, when we look at writing with Emotion New Soul, this is a second channel that we see from this same creator, and here we get a behind-the-scenes look at the creation of the original works from Emotion New Soul. They often have Logic Pro open, and they're showing us exactly how they're coming up with the ideas that result in music where, in my opinion, if you haven't already heard this artist, what will happen is you'll hear them for the first time, but you'll feel like you've heard their music before. My guess is that that comes from years of experience as a talented singer and songwriter. But that's just a guess. It's just something that, I was kind of overwhelmed by when I had first met Emotion, but he's been a dear friend for a very long time and extremely generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. So with 700 subscribers on this second channel, he's got a few reaction videos here to round it out as well, and hopefully we'll see some more of those coming from Emotion. He does very well. He's got the right formula for that, and we will take a better look at his channel tomorrow when we visit visit him for his newest premiere. So right now we're going to look at Makeup Mom and Son. Now, just like Emotion, Makeup Mom and Son has been a dear friend for a very long time and also is here as a moderator and a gold member. So we also see her channel in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream, and her link is also dropped by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so. So with almost 1,200 subscribers, we see that she's got a premiere coming up. That's actually today in another couple of hours. So after Tuber Chat today, within another hour and a half or so, we're going to see some new content. We do have a raid scheduled today right after Tuber Chat for Radical Productions. They're doing some community awareness work on their channel, bringing awareness to homelessness in America. So we'll go and have a look at that. Oh, and then Silent Silver. Yeah, my pleasure. I know it takes a long time to get onto the wheel and the screen today. I'm actually going to load it up with some more names right now. It's just, you know, Tuber Chat's grown over the last long while, and it's busting at the seams sometimes lately. Yesterday was our 2-year anniversary, but the last couple of weeks have been quite busy as well. I'm just seeing what I can do about getting a couple of names onto the wheel. Rarar's Adventures is here for the second time. Thank you for coming back in. Gloria's Platter is with us. We'll get Gloria's Platter onto the wheel. Makeup Mom and Son, while it does say, you know, makeup in the name, she does a lot of videos that have to do with beauty products, but she also has a lot of variety on her channel, including live streams of many different types. Some of those are random, where she has other guests join her, and some of them are structured. Particularly, she has a interview series where she introduces us to other YouTubers, and I've been honored to have been a part of that. It's called What's That Channel About? Here's one of the thumbnails here from Janetti's Corner as her guest, and she's doing shorts as well. She's had some great success here. One of her shorts has crossed 37,000 views. I've just got Tabby's simplified recipes on our wheel as well, and I'll add some more names shortly. So Makeup Mom and Son is somebody who will allow and encourage everybody to connect in their premieres and live streams the same way that we do here in Tuber Chat. You'll likely meet more friends and family members over there, and she is a very much loved and well-respected creator. If I remember the story right, her first live stream went on for what I believe was 4.5 hours. It was 3.5. It was 4.5 hours, and she got rated 3 times the first time going live. So that kind of tells you what kind of generosity this creator has, and how they use that to support other creators as well. Charlene Heel is in the house. Good to see you here. Look at Awesome Gardening. Good to see you back. And forgive me for anything I've missed in the chat. If anybody's mentioned a question or a comment that you meant for me to see, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier, and I'll catch it the next time around. Palettes, Pouts, Perfumes, and Panning is in the house. They happen to be a member as well, so I've got them on the wheel right away. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Makeup Mom and Son. She's fully monetized, lots of ways to support her when we get there, including super chats and memberships. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. We're going to get as many channels on the screen as we can in the next hour or so. We're not in any rush to get out of here today. We've got a long way to go, and then we will have a special live stream from Radical Productions, who's been a longtime friend of Tuber Chat with over 7,000 subscribers, and we'll see what kind of work they're doing to bring awareness and help to people experiencing homelessness in America. Corinne's Life is in the house. This is another dear friend who is both a moderator and a member. And Gloria's Platter's up here right now. Now, Gloria's Platter's been a dear friend for a long time. She's very aggressive about swapping playlists with other creators. So if anybody in the house is willing to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And Gloria's Platter on her channel is bringing us delicious looking content. Now, interestingly, what she does is bring us, like a do-it-yourself, how to make the recipes that she's showing us, but she always puts an interactive twist. I said funny, but she always has a bit of comedy in what she talks about, but she puts an interactive twist, and this is kind of cool because she prompts a lot of comments on her videos for that reason. And so I hope you'll check that out. Once in a while she'll do something different. Like a couple of weeks ago, I guess it's a month now, she took us on a tour through the Amazon Fresh grocery store, which I had never seen before, and the technology in there is really something else. So Gloria's Platter, somebody who's considerate about thinking about different content for her audience as well. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. I'm going to try to move a little bit faster through channels now that we're in the second half of the stream. And She Stole My Thunder is coming up. Now, this is an incredibly supportive creator who showed incredible generosity yesterday, so thank you again for that. She Stole My Thunder is a silver member, which means their channel will be seen in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream from now on. They have got almost 1,200 subscribers. They put a lot of focus on others here on their front page, but we'll have a look at their we'll have a look at their videos. Now, I'm still getting to know this creator, but I'm going to take another video, and this is a stream replay. I'm going to add that into my catch-up list. That will help me to get caught up, make sure I don't fall too far behind. I actually caught them on a live stream earlier today. Annabelle TV was asking swapping playlists. So what it means is a simple arrangement where you're agreeing to run an entire playlist of videos for another creator, and they're agreeing to run an entire playlist of your videos. So you can imagine if you get a lot of creators to run a whole playlist of your videos, your hours are really going to stack up, right? It's the one legitimate thing we can do to get that to happen. Now, since you're only obligated to run it and not sit and watch every single video in its entirety, then it's easy to do. You could do it when you sleep, when you eat, when you work, when you go out, in another window on a computer or on another device, if you have one, and things like that. You can imagine how your hours are going to stack up, but there's two other big benefits. So when somebody's running an entire playlist of your videos, they're running every video from beginning to end, and that can bump up the averages on your entire channel for average time viewed per video, and it's great for retention, if that makes sense. And then as well, you're trading favors with somebody. This is how you get a friendship started, which will hopefully flourish. And what you'll find is that when you make friends on YouTube, I'm not talking about 1,000 subscribers, I'm talking about a lot of friends, maybe even imagine a world where you have 100 true friends that are interested in your success, happy for you to hit different milestones, truly supportive, and continuously come back to watch your videos, leave you comments, and support your channel. Wouldn't it be a wonderful world if you knew that every video you were going to put out was going to get 100 views in the first day, lots of comments, lots of thumbs up, and things like that? That would give you a head start. So we do that for each other. There's lots of creators here willing to do that. So one more time, if you're willing to swap playlists with other creators, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. It's something that I talk about here, but don't interfere with. If you want to swap playlists with me, we can do that as well, especially if it's your first time and you just don't really know and you want me to show you what is involved and what people will expect. I'm happy to do that. You can reach out to me. I'm on Instagram all of the time, Facebook most of the time, and Twitter some of the time. So you can reach out to me there and we can do that. But it's easy stuff. And then you can move on to teach others as well as they come into the YouTube system. So Tabby's Simplified Recipes is here for the first time. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take your latest mini fluffy pancakes video, and I'm going to add that into my watch later list. And what that will allow me to do is after the live stream, I'll go through my watch later list, I'll watch your video in full, I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video, I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you're subscribed to Superchat as well and you have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. And then, yeah, Rara's Adventures. It's a little more difficult to do all the things we're doing here on a phone than it is on a computer. But my analytics tell me that it could be as many as 60 or 70% are coming through on a phone. So one of the things you want to keep in mind is I recommend starting a conversation with creators before connecting with them. And there's a lot of reason for that. But one of the biggest reasons is because people are coming in and out of TuberChat constantly. When you think about the fact that we're supposed to be going to somebody else's channel, watching their video, doing all the things we need, and then coming back, people could be gone for anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes at a time. It's very easy to miss messages and miscommunicate. So by starting a conversation, letting somebody know that you want to connect, you've got them on the same page, and then it becomes easier, or at least that's the hope. So this is Corinne's Life, another dear friend, another fellow Canadian. I probably forget to mention that every time I put Corinne's Life up. Cali King 916, good to see you in the house. They're on a phone as well. Cali King 916 is extremely supportive too. When I bounce in between premieres and live streams, I run into them constantly, and knowing now that they're on a phone, it's very impressive to see how much they're able to support others, because it's a lot easier, in my opinion, on a computer than it is on a phone, when you got to type out everybody's names and things like that to get their attention. So Corinne's Life has almost 1,200 subscribers now. She's a dear friend, has been for an extremely long time, and her channel encompasses everything that is Corinne's Life. So this can go anywhere from vlogs to looks around, or product reviews, unboxings, a lot of live streams, random live streams. She hops in on other people's StreamYard panels. She has people hop in with her as well. And she's a small business owner. So her company is called Lighthouse and Anchor Designs, and what they do is merchandise, and that can go anywhere from shirts to hats to mugs, vinyl stickers, Christmas ornaments, anything that can be printed, basically, Corinne's Life can do. And you've seen some of her merchandise pop up in the small YouTuber community. Outlaw Creative, good to see you back in the house. Courtney Shanice Reviews, good to see you here. Have Cheetah Will View is another longtime friend who supports on all of my channels. 1,200. Oh, 1,900. What on earth am I thinking, Corinne's Life? What was I thinking saying that? Corinne's Life is almost at 1,900 subscribers. My the numbers must be getting to me. I don't know how. Yes, Corinne's Life has got 1,810 or so. So she's got the 1,800 locked in. Hopefully moving towards the 1,900 there. Yes, I don't mean to regress the channel. She's bringing us all three kinds of content, including shorts, videos, and live streams. And all of those might include behind the scenes look at the creation of the merchandise that I'm talking about, and all the other things that encompass Corinne's Life. Earth Varieties, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. So Corinne's Life, of course, is monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Now, I'm going to just look through our chat list and see what I can do about adding a couple more names onto our Wheel of Doom. Southern Sandy Crafts and Tamara Recipes will come up right away. Wicked Awesome Gardening. And one extra we are going to put on Willow Way Ranch. Now I'll add some more names as we need them, usually when we get down to 5 or 6 names. So, Catherine Gardening is still hanging out. Very good to see you still here. Oh, there you go. Yeah, Wicked Awesome Gardening. I tend to enjoy still to this day. I know, I get set in my ways, and I do that about a lot of things in life, but I haven't switched to wireless, like, mouse and keyboard. Even with, so I got an iMac last year. It's getting on about 1.5 years old, and, they come with a wireless mouse and keyboard, and those things just sit in the box. I consider selling them sometimes, but I always keep them just in case I absolutely need it. But I still prefer wires, and it looks ridiculous, you know what I mean? With the technology you don't have to have all these wires all over the place, but I just prefer it. And I don't know why that is. I just won't let go for some reason. But yeah, I'm lucky enough to be on a computer most of the time, whether I'm at work or at home. And most of those are desktop computers as opposed to laptops. So you hear me punching away on the keyboard like crazy. So Willow Way Ranch is here. I guess this is the first time we're putting your channel on the screen, but they've been here before. They've got 122 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 200 that they're thinking about. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take your latest video, chicken coop cleaning, and I am going to add that into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick. And then hopefully you're subscribed to Superchat as well, and you have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Tay Mobile is in the house. Good to see you here. And for anybody that hasn't already seen them, next week is going to be episode 400. We're expecting it on Saturday. And that's going to be a very special, different kind of live stream where I'm going to have a special guest with me. Vern's Junk Closet is my YouTube BFF. We have been together from the long before the beginning of Superchat, as a matter of fact, and she is very knowledgeable in both YouTube and the inner workings of the algorithm and things like that, but she also is very much versed in connecting creators together in a similar way to what we do here in Superchat. So I hope you'll join us, because it's a different opportunity where we get to have long-form discussions about some of the topics that I can barely touch on here a minute at a time during Superchat. If you haven't already seen episode 100, 200, or 300, I hope you will go and watch those at some point this week. They're all featured on our front page. It'll give you an idea of exactly what we're going to do on Saturday, and we will take questions from the chat so that we can all discuss these different things together and make better decisions for all of our videos and channels, ourselves included. So Wicked Awesome Gardening is here. Thank you, the Relax Joe ASMR. So Wicked Awesome Gardening has almost 1,600 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit closer to that milestone. I'm behind with you, so I'm just going to take one of your latest videos here, how to plant asparagus in containers, Shed Wars video. I'm going to add that into my catch-up list. That will help me get caught up, make sure I don't fall too far behind. But I'm also going to take this reminder and set it for a live stream where you've obviously got Brampton Gardner coming up. That's a fellow Canadian, somebody who I've caught many times. So it'll be great to see the two of you together. I'm always happy to see creators collaborating. It is one of the very best ways, even YouTube tells us this, one of the best ways to grow your audience by exposing yourself to other audiences from other creators and sharing your knowledge on whatever it might be, even if it's just entertainment. You know, people are always curious to see new creators, and the best form of let's say referral is word of mouth, and there's nothing better than actually, you know, giving up screen space on your own live stream to feature somebody else. Thank you so much, Bearded Eagle. I really do appreciate your extra generosity. For that reason, I'm going to put that channel up next. We'll have a look at them. Bearded Eagle is definitely a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. We've seen that here in Tuberchat, but I actually have seen them out in other channels, even outside of the Tuberchat family, sharing generosity and supporting others, and they do some live streaming themselves as well. So let's have a look at Bearded Eagle's channel. Now, this is a bit of a popular name, so we have to use our filters. We'll go into channel. We could do that on a phone or on a computer. Oh, and then we might not have to do that if we spell it properly. So the first trick is spelling it properly. Then maybe they actually will come up first for you. Your search results might be different than mine because some of it has to do with geographic. So that's something we have to keep in mind. So this is Bearded Eagle right here with 328 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 400 that they're thinking about. This is the live stream I was talking about where I was hanging out with them while they're fishing, and you can see that they are in that live stream catching quite a bit, which is really, really cool. So Bearded Eagle, like I said, is somebody that I had actually met through some politically charged content that I was chasing here in Canada a couple of months ago, but Bearded Eagle, somebody who, you know, we've been following each other since then, and they've been incredibly supportive to a lot of other creators. I run into them constantly, even with members of the Superchat family, which is random, considering how we got together, but hopefully everybody will enjoy that kind of support coming back from them as well. So thank you for that Super Chat. I really do appreciate that extra support. Again, Bearded Eagle has done that before, and I see that Wolfsbear Productions is giving us a mic drop with another Super Chat. I appreciate that. Wolfsbear Productions has done that countless times, and they are an extremely generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter as well. They happen to be a gold member, so we see their channel every single day in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream. And their link is dropped by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so. Pardon me just for a quick second here. And I see that Camp Silky is here, so I've added them onto the Wheel of Doom. But Wolfsbear Productions is coming up right now. So thank you, Bearded Eagle, one more time. Thank you for the recognition to the mods. You know, it's something that I don't talk about enough. I know I've got a paragraph that comes through. One of the robots kinds of mentions it, but I can't explain how much of a dream it is to be able to run a live stream when you have moderators that truly have your back. You know, Scratch and PPA unfortunately has to catch all kinds of my mistakes. One of the things that you wish, of course, is that your moderators will enjoy the stream too. You can take some pressure off of them by using the robots to do things that are unnecessary all the time, like, you know, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Facebook, so they don't have to just drop links all day. But when you have moderators that eventually, you know, become true friends, or might be before you mod them and things like that, it's just a real wonderful thing. Now, all the mods here have been dear friends of mine for a very long time, and they're all friends with each other. They're all incredibly generous supporters. They go over and above, every single one of them, to support others and each other. And, you know, they're always here for me, which I am unbelievably grateful for. So I hope you'll connect with all of them. They all have channels of their own. They all do something a little bit differently. Speaking of which, Kristen Welton is here as a moderator and a member, but she is also my love, and we are together here in or close to Niagara Falls in Ontario, Canada, and she's just been out for a bit, so she's able to get into the chat now. But I've got her on the wheel right away with Camp Silky. Woman Outdoors is in the pole position, and we're looking at Wolfsbear Productions. Now, Wolfsbear Productions is a truck driver, so they take us on their routes. And literally now, they take us with them, because they've started live streaming over the last several weeks, where we get a look at where they're going and how they're getting there, as a matter of fact. Rock Chick Beauty has just dropped another Super Chat on us, so for that reason, we're going to look at that channel next before I spin the wheel again. And Rock Chick Beauty has been a dear friend for a long time. Wolfsbear Productions, though, also has a lot of other variety on their channel. Now, in their live streams, they've got this really cool triple cam setup where they're showing us 2 window views and the creator at the same time, and they mix that up during the stream. So I hope you'll hang out and see what they've got going on there. See if I can give you a sneak peek on one of these. If I hover over, will one of these things roll? Ride with Wolf Spirit? Maybe not. You never know where YouTube's going to give you the preview. I hope someday they come out with a feature that lets you mark where you want the preview to be. I think that would be a really, really, really cool feature, but we'll see. The Rose Life, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. And Wolfsbear Productions right now has over 300 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 400 that they're thinking about. They bring us all kinds of variety, lots of series of videos. They've got Happy Mail videos, they've got diamond painting, they've got collaborations with other creators. Their furry friend Jester, who is definitely a family member, we see them in the Ride with Wolf Spirit series. They have their own series. Half of the videos apparently on Wolfsbear Productions might feature Jester, and they do everything from subscription boxes to, like I said, Happy Meal videos and things like that. So I hope everybody will join Wolf Spirit Productions. She's been a dear friend for a very long time and is an extremely generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. So I'm spinning the wheel, although I shouldn't have. We're going to look at Rock Chick Beauty next because they dropped a super chat. So did Wolf Spirit. And actually, Wolf Spirit Productions took over the Stream Boss position. So what I'm talking about is the video game life meter that you see under my camera there. And every super chat and membership knocks a little bit of life off of the current Stream Boss. The one who takes it over obviously gets a bit of extra exposure for a period of time. So Wolf Spirit Productions is in that position. Woman Outdoors is coming up next, but right now we're looking at Rock Chick Beauty. She also dropped a super chat on us. She's done that countless times. And then thank you so much, Wicked Awesome Gardening. Hopefully we'll see you again soon. And Rock Chick Beauty is a creator who's very insistent on putting a lot of focus on presentation for their channel. So you'll see they put a lot of work into their thumbnails, but as well their banner and avatar. They often change those up for different special occasions and things of that nature. It's pure variety on this channel, but what you'll find most often from Rock Chick Beauty lately is product reviews and unboxings. Now she does some live streaming as well and is bringing us some shorts. She's got a lot of featured channels here with some familiar faces, and her very first brand deal was done here, an official sponsored video, and those are always great. I'm happy to see creators get into those when they want to. It's another way to monetize and have more content for your channel. So let's have a look at Woman Outdoors next, and we'll see what they've got going on their channel. We've got a long way to go. We might be able to get everybody's channel on the screen. We'll get as many as we can in the next 45 minutes, and then we're going to go and watch a premiere from Radical Productions. They are doing some community awareness work on their channel, and we'll go have a look at that soon enough. Woman Outdoors is here, and they bring us camping and explorations. I'm just looking at something in another window here. And we'll have their raid ready to go in 45 minutes. So we're using the new raid live redirect feature that was rolled out this week to most creators, and so you should be able to flip right over, but we're going to do it in a different way. I'm going to go back to dropping links so that people can start heading in there when they'd like to. We'll do that in about half an hour, and then you should, for those of you who are just letting the stream run or hanging out right until the last minute, it will just flip you right into that stream. And I'll show you eventually how we get those done and how we could use this as a backup to do two things at once. We'll get into some tutorials and things eventually. For those of you who want to know how that was done, I think it's in episode 395, an hour and 5 minutes into that live stream is where I show exactly how to set up a live redirect. Lonnie's Songs and Other Things is here, and I've got them on the wheel because they happen to be a member. Forgive me if I've missed anything in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. If you've mentioned a question or a comment that you meant for me to see, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier, and I'll catch it the next time around. And then thank you, Bearded Eagle. You know, it's too bad that here we just have to get into bite-sized information. Sometimes I haven't done an interview in a long time, but sometimes I go with other creators on their channels, and then we just talk YouTube literally for hours at a time. That's where we can get into a lot of different experience and experiments and things like that. You know, I learn from creators of all sizes every single day. I've been corrected my share of times as well, but the idea is the more we learn, the better we can do with our videos and channels, and it will be easier for the people who come after us than it was for us. It was certainly easier for me than it was for those who came before me, so I'm grateful for that. So let's look at Woman Outdoors. They've got shorts, they've got videos, and they've got live streams. So I'm hoping everybody will support them with all of their content. We want to push them a little bit farther towards the 500 subscribers that's going to see their community tab pop up. They're an incredibly supportive creator. When I'm bouncing in between premieres and live streams for others, I run into them supporting constantly. Lonnie Songs and Other Things is coming up. Now, this is another creator who happens to be a member. They just came in, so they got some serious luck today with the Wheel of Doom, because as soon as I saw them, I put them on the wheel, and they're basically picked right away. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to them. They've just crossed 500 subscribers, so we're hoping we can get them a few more just to get that number locked in. Whenever you're looking for a milestone, my suggestion is to try to keep working at it if you can, to get that number solidified by aiming for, let's say, 505 or 510 in the case of this channel. And that just makes sure that if YouTube plays games with your numbers, which we see it does for all of us, then you hopefully won't slip back below that milestone once you get there. Now, once you cross 500 subscribers and really have it locked in, it can take anywhere up to 7 days for your community tab to pop up. You're just going to wake up one day, it's going to be there. Before they made the change to 500, when it used to be 1,000, it took an exact 7 days. So there was no chance that you were going to get it any time earlier for all the different channels that I saw. Now we're unsure, but it seems to take 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7 days. So eventually it just shows up, and then, you know, I'm a big advocate for community posts now. I think they are magical, and they're really having a lot of impact. So we're looking forward to creators getting those tabs. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. It's going to be Mrs. VSNC09. This is another variety channel, but the bulk of the content in this channel follows a particular niche, and they do extremely well with this. Now, if anybody in the house has not already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope that you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. So Mrs. VSNC09, one of the things that they do, here's actually an idea. So they've got a members only live stream. I'm going to set my reminder for this anyway, but they've got an Ask Me Anything type of live stream coming up, and this kind of shows some of the variety that can go on in this channel. You see they talk about weekly vlogs and live streams. They don't really put a niche on the channel itself, which is great because that gives them the freedom to do whatever they want, even though at least half, I think, of the content here revolves around the royal family. Now, what is interesting about this is the engagement that they get in conversation while these live streams are running. So I hope you'll catch them for that. You know, they've got almost 2,400 subscribers already. We'd love to push them a little bit farther. But when you catch this kind of engaged conversation, it's remarkable, first of all, to see that happening because it does wonders for the algorithm. I expect this channel to just grow more rapidly as time goes on for that reason. But Mrs. VSNC09 does an incredible job of leading that conversation, and that's something to see as well. So I hope everybody will take some inspiration from Mrs. VSNC09 after you connect with them. They are another creator who seems to be everywhere all the time. When I'm bouncing in between premieres and live streams supporting others, I run into them constantly. Hey Miller, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. I know my robot is welcoming you, but I thought you've been inside Superchat's live streams before, so forgive me if I'm mistaken about that, if this is your first time coming in. But Ungay Miller is somebody who I've run into countless times out supporting others as well. So great to have you here either way. And for anybody that is new, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. I'm just taking a couple videos for you, Tracy. This is Palettes, Pouts, Perfumes, and Panning. I don't know why I didn't do this over the last couple of days, but I've got two different videos. You know, I don't usually admit it, but I'm as much of a fan of the Golden Girls as anybody. So I'm interested to see what you had to say about that here. And then Come Panning With Me will be your latest video, so I'm interested in that as well. Now, Palettes, Pouts, Perfumes, and Panning is another creator that is extremely generous, loyal, and dedicated as a supporter. And they've been a member here for a while. Now, we don't have a sub count on this channel, but that's okay. We just want to push them towards the next milestone that they're working on. We all know what it's like to hit different milestones of different types, working on our first 5 subscribers, 10, 50, 100, 1,000, or even more. So we just want to do as much as we can to push each other along. We want to see Palettes, Pouts, Perfumes, and Panning get that 500 and get that community tab happening. So I'm adding a few more names onto the wheel. Rarar's Adventures is coming up. Outlaw Creative is coming back up again. And then Tamara Recipes is still on the wheel, and I'll add some more names as we need them. The key to the wheel, for anybody who hasn't heard me talk about it yet, is I have this robot here called Botissimo, and it drops messages in the chat. It's a robot like Nightbot and this and that, but in the background it keeps statistics, not just about how long you're here, but how active you are in the chat, how much you're interacting with other creators. So it keeps this arbitrary calculation, and when I need names for the wheel, I reach over to that list and add names in order. So the more active you are in the chat, the faster your name will be added to the wheel, therefore come up hopefully eventually onto the screen. We never really know because the wheel is random, but it's just a hint for everybody, especially if you haven't been here many times before. So hopefully everybody will connect with Palettes, Pouts, Perfumes, and Panning. They're here with us almost every day and have been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for a long time now. We'll look at not Wolf Spirit Productions because we looked at them already. I forgot to clean up my wheel, so we're one name ahead and we'll keep spinning. I'm going to try to move a little bit faster now if I can. We've got just about 40 minutes to go, and then we've got a live stream coming up from Radical Productions. Actually, did I... Oh, yeah, they're starting soon, actually. So they'll start soon, and we'll join them not too long after they've begun. But I'll drop the link for that when we get a little bit closer. And we're using the new YouTube Live Redirect feature, so we should automatically be flipped in there. Facing Reality does premieres frequently. They've got another one coming up in a couple of days. I thought you had one set for tomorrow, unless you reschedule. Oh, here it is. Yes, there it is. Always on Monday at 10:15. So Facing Reality is officially on the road to 1K. They have 961 subscribers right now. Now, Facing Reality tells us on their banner, on their channel, that they bring positive messages in a fun way, but they actually bring fun everywhere they go with positivity and motivation, and they're an extremely supportive creator who, again, seems to be everywhere all the time. So when I'm out bouncing in between premieres and live streams supporting other creators, I run into Facing Reality constantly. And they are constantly also bringing engagement into the chat, not just here in Superchat, but in other places as well. This is a creator who's not afraid to ask questions, not afraid to share lessons learned along the way, and in that way shares knowledge with others so that we can all benefit and do better with our channels and our videos, myself included. So I'm very grateful for the interactivity that Facing Reality always brings into the chat. She comes to us from Jamaica, and like I said, always brings positive messages in a fun way, to say the least. So we'll spin the wheel. We'll get one more channel up here. We'll see who's coming up next. Southern Sandy Crafts actually has a few channels, and we'll look at all of those. It took me a while to realize that Southern Sandy Crafts was the same creator from the other 2 channels that we're going to look at, but now that I know, we can actually show this creator and all the different things that they're doing. So Southern Sandy Crafts has a lot of featured channels here on their front page, including some familiar faces. But here, I can see that I'm falling behind with you. I'm just going to take a couple videos because these are quite short. I'm going to add this into my catch-up list. I'm going to take your unboxing video as well and add that into my catch-up list. And that will help me get caught up a little bit. Southern Sandy Crafts is getting close to 500. I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther. We'd love to see that community tab pop up on this channel. So I'm just looking for who I can add to the wheel. Have Cheetah will view is coming up on the wheel. If there's anybody here who is still listening or watching that hasn't been on the wheel or the screen, just please say anything at all, and we will make sure that we get you added shortly. And then as well, if anybody in the house has the ability to share the stream right now, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a couple more people into Tuber Chat today, and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead. So Southern Sandy Crafts is also the creator behind Gail's Southern Living and Coupon Gail. We'll look at both of those channels. Gail's Southern Living is doing just fine, and Rarar's Adventures, I have you on the wheel. The name just hasn't come up yet because the wheel is random, so that was done to make a little fun for the channel. Because if you can imagine, Tuber Chat almost 2 years ago, when we had first started for our first, 20 or 30 episodes or whatever it was, we didn't have the Wheel of Doom. That was something that came along later, because there was only about 20 or 30 or maybe 40 channels coming through Tuber Chat every single day. It was easy to get everybody on the screen. Now Tuber Chat's grown and is so much busier that we have over 100 channels that come through, every single day. And those can range anybody who's known us for the past couple of years to creators who found us a year ago, months ago, days ago, or people who come every day or every once in a while. And there's at least 5, if not 10, brand new channels here in Tuber Chat every single day as well. So there's always new people to meet, always a mix of creators doing different things. But the wheel helps us add a little bit of suspense, because we know we can't get to every single channel every day anymore. Yeah, I know it's really hard, Rarar's Adventures, on a phone to see that tiny little text on the wheel, but that's okay. It's no problem at all. I'm happy to try to get to everybody if we can. We should be able to get to everybody's channel today. So Gail's Southern Living is here with almost 1,800 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. And then as well, this is Southern Sandy Crafts. Coupon Gail is another channel that they have where they are trying to help us save some money as well, which is great. It would be wonderful if most of us have monetization on our minds, if we could maximize the impact of the income that's going to come from monetization. I'm just going to take your coupon video here and add that into my catch-up list as well. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up, and then oh yeah, Outlaw Creative. We call it the Wheel of Doom. It was named that from one of our friends a long time ago, just one of the creators that used to come through Tuber Chat regularly. They used to actually be here every day. Now they come by once in a while. But Mr. Naz was the one who named the Wheel of Doom. And I guess we thought that was the funniest name of all the nicknames it's had. We have Facing Reality's got a couple names for it as well. The Wheel of Wait, the Wheel of Unknowing, the Wheel of Patience, and things like that. Maybe we should rename it, I'm not sure, but we've been calling it the Wheel of Doom. The other reason why is, of course, with a comical name like that, it prompts people to wonder, what on earth are you talking about, right? Gives us a chance to kind of go over the story. So I have Cheetah Will Views here with 342 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push this channel a little bit farther towards the 700 that they're thinking about. Lonnie Songs and Other Things has given us another super chat. I really do appreciate that. I'm pretty sure we just looked at that channel, right? I'm going to ask our moderators to correct me if I'm mistaken, because I did put Lonnie Songs and Other Things on the wheel. So unless I accidentally deleted them, I think we looked at them. I think we did, because I think I talked about it. Forgive me if I'm wrong. The reason I get confused like that is because when we do this 4 days in a row, we have some creators who are here every day. Lonnie Songs and Other Things has been so unbelievably supportive ever since finding us. They're here every single stream. Now I can't remember if we saw it yesterday or today, but thank you for that extra super chat. I really do appreciate that. Yeah, we did see it. So I only put channels up once, no matter what, per day, unless I make a mistake. But I do appreciate that extra support, and Lonnie Songs and Other Things has pretty much done that every day as well. So thank you for that super chat. Now, Have Cheetah Will Views been a dear friend for a long time. This is somebody who I know actually truly has my back as well. This is somebody who I speak to offline occasionally. Now, on their channel, they do several different things. They do some movie reviews, physical media hauls. You'll see them often with DVDs or Blu-rays in hand. But the bulk of what they've been doing are interviews, and they have a lot of very interesting people, artists of all types, producers of movies and television shows, a lot of actors and actresses and things like that. I've been honored to have been interviewed by them as well. I think it's getting on a year now, but that video to this day still gets views, and I think it had over 700, so it didn't do too badly at all. And Have Cheetah Will View, like I said, has been a dear friend. This creator, it's hard to imagine for some of us when we go back and think about our channels in its beginning, when you have live streams and there's only a couple of people there, or God forbid, like me, you do a premiere and nobody shows up, right? That's possible, or one person and this and that. But you're grateful for the people who do support. And one of the things that a lot of motivational speakers will talk about is they'll be like, you don't know how many artists and celebrities and comedians and things like that we all know as household names right now didn't start that way. Everybody starts at zero. And when you have a smaller audience, if you want to put it that way, then the idea is you bring extra for them. You put the show on anyway, right? And you go farther, because these are the people who chose to show up. These are the people who are going to be your friends or fans for the longest period of time. And the reason why I get into the story is just because I can't forget the story where Have Cheetah Will View literally hung out with me for what I think was over an hour, while we literally just sat and watched the sunrise on a live stream that I did. I didn't even move the camera. It was just sitting there. And but you appreciate those things from people as well. And I've been lucky to make lots of dear friends along the way. Sam's Vlogs Trains and More is in the house. We still got a while to go. Sam's Vlogs Trains and More is also a moderator and member. So I've got them on the wheel right away. We'll have a look at their channel soon enough. And Have Cheetah Will View has 642 subscribers. We'd love to push them towards the 700 they're thinking about. I'm just taking your review number 553 right here and adding that into my catch-up list. And I'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. But it's wonderful. There's some of the stories that you remember about some of the people who truly have your back, or truly, want to support you and become friends over time is great. I wish I had more time to tell these stories, Outlaw Creative, because we're firing through channels so quickly, but it's true. And, some of you may not know, but I actually run a few channels for other creators. I actually ran a few more, but I let them go because I run a few channels for one guy right now on YouTube, and he very much is hands-on. He loves what he's doing, and even though I do the bulk of the work that can be done when it comes to videos and things like that, this creator will go out and live stream and things like that. But I had consulted for a few other channels and got them started and this and that, or helped out a bit, but those creators really wanted me to kind of do it all. They were just like, here, can you just do it for me kind of thing? Not with any attitude, I'm just saying, right? And that's not really enjoyable to me. I don't think that that's the key to real success on YouTube. I think you have to have some kind of passion for this, even if it's something that builds over time. So I let those go. But, I do other social media and this and that. But with all the experience that comes from being so involved in YouTube and running these different channels, I get different perspective for different things. I get to see what it's like to do outdoor live streams, indoor live streams, unboxing videos, product reviews, lifestyle videos, collaborations with other creators and things like that, for which I'm very grateful. And then, this is where the stories come from. And then I'm just looking at what Chris's Clever Craft has to say here. Yeah, it makes sense. See, Chris's Clever Craft is an extremely generous creator. One of the things you almost never hear from me is the stories that I tell, or the stories that happen where a lot of people will tell me, please don't say anything but. And then they'll do something overly generous, right? Like, just to give you examples, I've had a couple creators reach out and say, hey, I have time to run playlists this week. Do you know anybody who needs them? Don't tell them, just let me do it. And that's wonderful. Like, I'm not, not everybody has to do that. Not everybody can, but it's wonderful to see that kind of thing out there. There's other examples of things where people are, please don't say anything, but I'm doing something for this other creator, or can you help me help other people even more so than I am, and stuff like that. And, while I'm building up credibility, if you want to put it that way, with the experience that I have as well, I still learn from creators of all sizes every single day. I'm very excited to find out new things I can do, both here and for my own channels, the channels I run for others. Now, if you can imagine, if somebody else pays me to do work for them on YouTube channels, they know full well that I'm taking all the experience I learned while helping them and getting paid for it and bringing it here for free. But they also understand that the payoff is that here we get to discuss the things. I get to meet thousands of creators, as we see now, and learn even more and bring that experience and knowledge back to the work I do for them. So their channels grow exponentially, and we're seeing great success over there. And then, one of these days I've thought about doing either what's it called, like a podcast, or doing StreamYard panels where we can all just kind of share stories and hang out, because we learn from that as well. But we'll see. My intention on Superchat is to someday do videos like tutorials, but hopefully we'll get into that, and then maybe some stories will come along with it. Outlaw Creative has 534 subscribers right now. They always engage conversation when they're here in the chat, and I'm grateful for that, because it sparks a lot of other ideas between creators, and then discussion as well. So I'm just going to take your latest video, shorting out, could it cause a fire? Interesting. I'm going to add that into my catch-up list. That will help me stay caught up, make sure I don't fall too far behind. I'm still getting to know Outlaw Creative. They've chopped up a lot of their content into playlists, which is great, because that can help interested viewers binge watch a lot of your content, if that makes sense. But they've got a lot of variety here as well. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here, and I'm going to get some more channels onto the wheel. Catherine Gardening has been here for a long time. Let me get your channel onto the wheel. After we get Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More up onto the screen, we're going to go in a little while and watch a live stream from Radical Productions. They've been a longtime friend of Superchat. Now, they're experiencing great success on their channel. They've got over 7,000 subscribers now, and that, I believe, is because of the great work that they're doing. Now, they are bringing awareness to homelessness in America, and doing work trying to get a cell phone in the hands of every person experiencing homelessness, which, as you can imagine, can be of great benefit. So we'll go and we'll visit them and learn more about that in a little while. We'll raid over there soon enough. Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More has got a lot of different bits and bobs on their channel, among train videos, vlogs, and a lot more. As you can see, they have almost 1,500 subscribers, and you will find a lot of train videos here. Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More is very considerate. He actually just put out a poll the other day asking his audience what we want to see more of, whether it's trains or train stations, because there's a lot of focus on both of those. They both bring in great views for him. And sometimes he's just giving us a look around. Sometimes he's inside. Sometimes he's taking a ride or giving us a tour of a station, which is great to see. Now, there's a lot more to this channel. He does unboxings, product reviews, a lot of random live streams, or like game nights, or Ask Me Anything type Q&A. Live streams as well, and then once in a while he'll do a specific live stream to allow and encourage people to connect the same way that we do here in Superchat, but he always allows and encourages that in his premieres and live streams. So you can see from this creator, they got a Q&A coming up. That's tomorrow. A couple hours after Superchat. I think he actually does a live stream every Monday, if I'm right. I'm usually on the road. I have to miss most of these, but I've got my reminder set. I'm going to try to make that. I'm usually driving at exactly that time. Perhaps tomorrow I can listen while it's on. But he's also got a lot of featured channels here. Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More goes over and above the typical ways in sharing generosity that we see on YouTube. He's been a dear friend for a long time, and like I said, a moderator and a member here. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. If there's anybody listening or watching that hasn't been on the wheel or the screen yet, just please say anything at all in the chat, we'll get you on right away. If anybody hasn't left a thumbs up for today's live stream, I'm hoping that you will. Today's one of those days where we might hit 100 by the time we finish the stream. We've still got 8 to go. I don't know if we're quite going to get there. It depends on how many people are here that haven't dropped a thumbs up just yet, but I see Philip Lemon in the house. I'm going to make sure that we get them onto the wheel right away. And we're looking at Rarar's Adventures. Now, this is a creator who's just here for the second time. They were here with us yesterday. And forgive me, I think I took one of your videos and put it in my watch later list. Let me go over there and see. I didn't get through the watch later list today. I usually try to do it every day within 24 hours. So am I mistaken there? There's Sunflower Bees food reviews. Yeah, maybe I'm mistaken. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. I thought we looked at this yesterday, but Rarar's Adventures is brand new to Tuber Chat this weekend. So what I'm going to do is take one of their videos. I'll take this 13-minute stream replay, and I'm going to add this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list in the next 24 hours. I really will today, and I will watch that video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn the notification bell on. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you're subscribed to Tuber Chat as well and you have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Sam Slogs Trains and More. I forgot. I just about fell off the chair laughing earlier today because something happened, and I'm not going to spoil the surprise for you. I really don't want to solicit everybody to go back and watch 2.5-hour replays of Tuber Chat. I appreciate any time anybody does spend. But look at this glitch, too. I'm going to explain this also. But Sam's Vlogs Trains and More will have a good time. There's a blooper right at the very beginning of Tuber Chat today. So first of all, I was late starting, so the intro goes on for almost 7 minutes, but that's not it. Not too long after that, within a couple of minutes, there's a blooper there, and you'll probably laugh. We're all having a good time laughing at it. I couldn't believe that I did that again today. But Sam's Vlogs Trains and More will appreciate that especially. Now, the reason why I say that this is comical, and I want to put focus on this glitch right here, this is a creator, and it says I'm not subscribed to them, which is impossible. This is Kristen Walton. This is my girlfriend. We've been together for well over 6 years. We've been living together for most of that time in Niagara Falls, Canada. She is also a moderator on this channel and a paying member on this channel, and YouTube says we're not subscribed. But I'm going to show you something, because my bet is that when we refresh the page, it will come up and it will show that we are subscribed without me having to hit the button again. We see this glitch on YouTube a lot of the time. So if you find yourself going to a channel not being sure if you've already subscribed to them, maybe refresh the page every time and just double check. And sure enough, there, the glitch has passed. But there have been a couple of times where our connection's actually been disconnected, so that's another comical thing to see as well. I didn't realize I didn't turn off TubeBuddy today. Now, I do use TubeBuddy. I have an affiliate link for that in the description of every video. It helps me if you use that to sign up for TubeBuddy if you haven't already and are going to consider using it. I really do use it, and even the free version of TubeBuddy can be valuable. One of these days, hopefully, I'll do tutorials about that as well. I did one on my personal channel about how I use it to keep up with the comments. But it slows down the computer while I'm live streaming. We're just putting so much pressure on the processor while we live stream, right? I've got 5 windows open, the internet's going in and out, and we're streaming and everything else. So I have to turn that off. But Kristen Walton is here. She's got her own channel. She's doing her own thing. She does pure variety over here. She's done everything from lifestyle videos to shorts to collaborations with other creators, and a lot of product reviews and unboxings, a lot of sponsored videos, as a matter matter of fact. You'll see she puts a lot of focus on her branding and presentation with the thumbnails, banner, and avatar all matching. So I believe this will benefit this creator. As somebody sees a video that they've enjoyed, they may recognize that branding again in another video when presented, similar to what maybe Scratch and Pete will do, or Mrs. VSNC09, or I Am Betty J Gathers, or countless other creators who do thumbnails and things that are similar. You have to make the right decision for your own channel. When you look at somebody like Rock Chick Beauty that we saw earlier, she puts a lot of effort in her thumbnails, but every video is different for every thumbnails video for every thumbnail is different for every video that she puts out, right? Similar to something I do on my own channel. Here on Superchat, you know already that the thumbnails are identical. They have been for well over 3 years, or well over a year and a half now, 300 episodes worth, where there's only a color change and that's it. But you have to make the right decision for your channel and your videos. So as well, Kristen Welton has some success with shorts. She's got one over 20,000, I think just about 20,000 views, just about 30,000 views, for instance. And she continues to put these out. So she's got 1,400 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can get her a few extras so we can keep that milestone locked in. So Radical Productions is still in the house. They're actually just starting their live stream right now. They've just come on. So I'm going to get the link and we can go over there and raid whenever we would like. I do have the live redirect set up, so anybody can hop over there anytime that they'd like. But if you want to stay here, I'm going to leave this live stream running. We've still got more channels to go through. We're not in a rush to go, so I'm going to get to everybody's channel, and then the live redirect should send everybody over there if you don't make it on your own. I'm just putting the link in the chat. I will pin it. Radical Productions has just started, and but they'll be on for a while, so we'll go over there and see what they're doing shortly. We can all go and raid together. Catherine Gardening is a brand new connection for Superchat as well. We'll put them up here. Four Corners Custom Products has just come in and dropped a super chat for Intro to Mills Entertainment. They've done that before. We'll put their channel up next for that reason, along with Intro to Mills Entertainment. So thank you for that. Four Corners Custom Products is extremely generous, loyal, and dedicated as a supporter. YouTube wants to misspell for us, and I misspelled in the first place, so let me get this sorted out. Hendrickson Family Farm, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Lori's Tech Time is here and also happens to be a member, so I'll put them on the wheel right away. And then when you go over to Radical Productions, just please say Tuber Chat Raid, so that we get an idea for some of the creators that are in there that we haven't met before from, and we might draw in some traffic from there. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope that you will. We're getting close to 100. I don't know if we're going to make it, but we might get close. If anybody's in the stream right now, listening or watching, that hasn't been on the wheel or the screen, just please say anything at all, and I'll get you on right now. I wonder if Black Phoenix is still here. They came in quickly earlier. Catherine Gardening is brand new to Tuber Chat, so we don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but I'm going to take your latest corn update video. I'm going to add this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you're subscribed to Tuber Chat as well and you have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Next up is Intro to Mills Entertainment. Now this is another official artist channel. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to them. They're just scraping along the milestone of 700 right now. I'm hoping we can get them up and over. Four Corners Custom Custom Products actually dropped a super chat on our intro to Mills. So we're looking at this channel right away. Hopefully everybody will enjoy the original music that they've got on this official artist channel. And they've been with Superchat for quite some time, as a matter of fact. And hopefully everybody will enjoy that. You can tell this is similar to Emotion, where they've got this music note beside the Chin's official artist channel. And then as well, we're going to look at Four Corners Custom Products. Corners Custom Products, we see another extremely generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They dropped a super chat on us again today. They've done that countless times. Now, what this channel does is brings us merchandise, anything from hats to mugs to shirts to anything that can be printed. They give us a behind-the-scenes look at how this is done, and this channel can be used as a resource when it's time for us to think about merchandise for ourselves. So, this is another way you can monetize, and you see a lot of people doing it. Some people may not know, but YouTube actually allows you, after you have 10,000 subscribers, to plug merchandise right in to the YouTube system, and people can buy it right from YouTube if you use something like Teespring and this and that. But you can plug your own stuff in, and Four Corners Custom Products can allow this kind of monetization through merchandise to happen for channels of all sizes. So they've got 2,730 subscribers right now or so. We're hoping to push them a little bit farther towards the 2,800 they're thinking about. They're fully monetized with super chats and memberships available when we get there. And like I said, they're an incredibly the raid. I'll drop the link again in another moment. Tamara Recipes is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on. But Radical Productions is already started their live stream, and everybody can go over there whenever they would like to. I'm going to drop the link, literally right now. And we'll look at Tamara Recipe, longtime friend of Tuber Chat. They got 746